Thank you, Appu, for such a nice introduction. One day, I was working on my computer, my son called me and said, Papa, I just booked a science project on Amazon, and please let me know as soon as it's delivered. And don't open it. Good evening, Toastmaster. Hello, Toastmaster. And yes, the science project which he had ordered, arrived after a wait of 10 long days. As soon as he came home, he opened the project and showed it to me. The project was about Outlook. Can you see it? Yes. Outlook means wallet. I was wondering, how can somebody order and pay 1,500 rupees for Outlook? Is he in the right state of mind? Why is he wasting money on something which may be unnecessary? But all of my questions were answered quickly as I started reading of what is written there. Some of the things I found out was Outlook, the kit contained 3 things. Outlook book, which describes how Outlook is made, what are the uses of it. The other thing, interesting thing was, it has a bone sorting tray. It has various sections about front legs, back legs, and others. I'm sure you can't see it, but you can see it later. And the most important thing, it's called a pellet. Pellet is a ball, small ball, which contains the undigestible items which the owl pulls it out. And it contains typically feathers, fin, and bones. After reading this, and we just said that you should start dissecting the pellet, and you can find out bones in it. We started it. Suddenly, we got so much interested that all of us sat on the table and took toothpicks and started digging out for bones. And we were surprised to even find the skull of a mouse in it. I was so impressed by this, and I decided to figure out and find out who started this, where did they start, why did they start. And I went to the natural resource all of us go nowadays, is Google. And I found out that this project was started by a lady called Jane Hammerslow. She used to volunteer in her son's school in 3rd standard. And she stumbled upon this old pellet when she was helping in her school. She found out that this is being used by schools to teach about the skeletons and the bones of the prey of the owl. Owl does not eat its prey. It just swallows the whole thing and it will have all these pellets. And she found out this is a human way of teaching about the skeletons and bones of some animals, which are ways of owls instead of killing them to teach about. And she thought, what a lovely and fantastic idea. Why can't I spread this idea across the world? Why can't students across the world use these pellets to learn about the skeletons of animals which are eaten by owls? She started her first sale at just $15. But she was convinced that this idea is going to last. She is going to make success out of it. She knew that it's a win-win situation. Win for the owls because more and more people will, people who are collecting owl pellets were making money. They were doing part-time jobs and they were making money. People who used to get involved in the projects used to come to know that owls are useful for the human society because they eat rodents and insects which damage crops. So obviously all of us need to have somebody who is on our side and killing rodents and insects which damage crops. The other thing is they made money and they gave owl shelters, distributed owl shelters. And more students were getting interested in science because a lot of people used to drop out once it comes to blood and all this. So more students were getting interested in learning about skeletons, and it is really actually very interesting. The digging out bones is like going to archiving and finding out old artifacts from this. Is this the only case where people have made something which looks useless converted into something useful? I don't think so. There are multiple cases. In this particular case, I figured out that this company called Pellet Inc., which this lady started with her husband, has been in business from 1980, and they have made over $40 million. And they have converted fuel to profit. It soon seems almost unbelievable and fantastic. But there are other cases. I can tell you at least two more examples today about cases where people have converted something which is useless into something useful. Government of Singapore has a product called New Water. They are converting drinking water. They are generating drinking water from drinking water. They are using treated chemicals. They are using advanced materials technologies, and the water which comes out of that plant is drinkable. Even the Prime Minister of Singapore drank a glass of water from that water. The other company, there is another Indian company which is called the Husk Power Company. This was started by some people who were in the US. They came back to India to find out that 80% of the villages in Bihar don't have power. So he sought, and he has used the rice husk, which is the covering on the rice, to use it for generating power. It only costs 20,000 rupees to generate power from rice husk, and it's a very easy way. And so far, actually in this article they said only 90 plants have been set up, but I went to the website and found out that they have given lighting to 2,000 homes in Bihar. So, do we think that they just looked for opportunities which didn't exist? I don't think so. I think they kept their minds, eyes and ears open and grabbed the opportunities which were there for anyone to pick up. I think it's the same for us. If we look for opportunities, keep our minds, ears and eyes open, we will definitely succeed in life. So let's celebrate the success of people of converting waste to wealth, garbage to gold, and fuel to profit. Over to you.